Hi, and welcome to Asha's I Bloom Cafe. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the idiomatic expression butterflies in my stomach. No, this is not an English language class, but I thought I must speak to you about this and my understanding of this expression, considering how relevant it is to our lives today. I was in school when I first heard this expression, and I thought it was something to do with being funny, or it was something that people felt when they laughed a lot. Uh, it tickled me no end. It was a very curious expression for me to even understand, and it took a long time for me to know that this idiom had anything to do with being humorous, funny, or even laughter. On the contrary, it meant feeling anxious, eager, nervous, the same feelings that we've all gone through, we all go through every single day of our lives now. We have all been anxious. Even the best performers in the world, even the best achievers in the world have gone through these feelings of self-doubt, nervousness, sometimes even fear. I've gone through it. You've gone through it. And it's become so common now that we have normalized it. We feel it's natural to feel anxious before exams. It's natural to feel fearful of facing an interview board. It's normal, isn't it? So normalized it is that I've had parents come and tell me that their children were very relaxed and cool just before exams, and that concerned them. When I said that it was a great trait to have, to be not stressed on the eve of your exam, the parents wouldn't agree. They felt that it meant that their children weren't taking their tests, exams, or whatever they were called upon to perform the next day seriously. It just showed lack of commitment. And it really blew my mind off. I just started wondering, why did we normalize something that we could really do away with in our lives? Do we really need that anxiety? Do we really need to go through the heebie-jeebies? Can't we just chuck it out? You may say, no, it's natural. Look, we again come back to saying it's natural, it's normal, but it's not. Please understand, it is something that we allow ourselves to be affected by. The day I realized that this was something that could be chucked out of my life, this feeling of anxiety, this feeling of nervousness or fear before I am called upon to do something very important, I felt I was turning a new corner in my life. And I'll tell you how I did that. You may not believe me, but trust me, it works. I'll tell you how I did that. I realized that what gives us those nervous moments or those sleepless nights on the eve of our test or our interview or our performance is the fact that we have already decided that we are going to do poorly. We have already fed those impulses to our brain that tomorrow is going to be a very tough day. I'm not going to do well. So we have already set out on a very negative note. Do you see how our brain will pick up those signals and then start putting us on the path to not doing well, rather than encouraging us, inspiring us to give the best that we can on the next day? Our brain only needs so much. It sponges on to the thoughts that we feed it. It goes on a feeding frenzy especially when we feed it with negative thoughts. I've gone through it. I know it. And then I came out of it. So can you all. So first, know that we need to tell ourselves that I'm going to do the best that I can tomorrow. I've done my homework. I've prepared well. I've done everything that I can to be at my best tomorrow. So what's going to stop me from putting out my best show? Try telling yourself this. Instead, what we do is, we've already decided tomorrow is going to be a bad day and I'm going to suck. If you tell yourself this, trust me, believe me, you will suck tomorrow. Because you've already started traveling down that path of doom. It's a doomsday prophecy that you are living with. It's a doomsday prophecy that you are sleeping with. So how are you expected to wake up in the morning and do a good job? Instead, tell yourself, I'm going to do as good as I can. Don't allow yourself the chance to think that you're going to do poorly. The moment you think about that, the butterflies in your stomach will start fluttering. We may all love butterflies. We may love watching them flutter, but then we don't enjoy having them in our stomach. And it is something that we can do without. And it's something that we can very well avoid if only we are aware of ourselves and of our thoughts. Tell yourself, I'm repeating this, tell yourself before a significant day, a day of great importance, when you are going to be tested for your skills, tell yourself that you have practiced enough, you have rehearsed enough, you have prepared enough. So there is nothing that suggests that you're going to do badly the next day. You will not. You are going to do as best as you can. Tell yourself that. Pump yourself up on the basis of your efforts and all the hard work that you have done, and see how you're going to do the best that you can on the next day. No more stress, no more anxiety, no more fear of failure. When you decide that you're not going to think about failure even before you have started out, do you see? Do you see how, what an irony that is? That we have started thinking about our failure even before we have started out. Why don't we tweak our thought a little bit and turn it around and tell ourselves, I'm going to do well. Who said I'm going to fail? There's nothing to prove that I'm going to fail tomorrow. That's not true. Shut your brain from receiving any negative thought from your mind. Train yourself. Tell yourself you're going to do well. Keep telling yourself you're going to do well. Keep telling yourself you're worth it. Keep telling yourself that you have worked hard for it and you don't deserve to do badly the next day, and see how it works in your favor. Let's not have butterflies in our stomach anymore. Let's go out there and play to our strengths and not to our weaknesses. Until I see you again, keep glowing and keep growing. This is your life writing friend, Asha.